Hey guys, it's Ashton Addison from EventChain.io and the CryptoCanucks.com. We're here at the Bitcoin Rodeo in Calgary, Canada with Elias Ahonen, CEO and founder of Token Valley.
That's right.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you, my pleasure.
Yes. I'd love to hear a little bit more about Token Valley and what you guys are doing evaluating ICOs and tokens.
Certainly. So it was really born out of a vision I had for a platform to give objective, rational data that you can verify and look at references for in one central place. That avoids all of the bias and marketing campaigns and everything that all these cryptocurrencies will attempt. So one place to get this data from, and we've been building a platform to do that for the past year.
Okay. Yeah. So there are a lot of problems then in the cryptocurrency industry with biased reviews, and can you speak a little bit about that and what you guys are doing to solve it?
Certainly. So what we see a lot is every cryptocurrency obviously is interested in appearing as legitimate and as popular as possible. So sometimes they'll start a Telegram group and put in 20,000 fake users, or they might do the same with Facebook groups, or have a lot of fake users online commenting on things to give a fake appearance of a community. But that's pretty, it's not a big deal in the grand scheme of things. The more serious things come along when ICOs they'll do things like make all these extraordinary claims saying that we have Vitalik on our team and we have this guy and Bill Gates and Warren Buffett as advisors. And it's very hard to verify that or get an idea of what the advisor capacity actually is.
For sure, yeah. I've seen some unsubstantiated claims, Vitalik's on our team. So how are you guys solving that with Token Valley?
Regarding Vitalik there, I know of stories of people taking selfies with him at conferences, and them using that selfie to get hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars, and now he doesn't take selfies because of that.
Yeah.
Sorry, you were saying?
Yeah, I was just saying, I've seen that myself as well, and Vitalik, you really have to be careful who you're taking pictures with even, right?
Yes.
And it's sort of the Wild West with cryptocurrency right now, and we're in a stage of self-regulation as opposed to official regulation, even though I anticipate that coming.
Yes.
Do you anticipate further legislation and regulation in this industry as well?
100%. And I think that when that legislation comes, they'll be looking at the sources that are collecting that information, and those sources that are most reputable, most reliable, and are providing the information that the government then doesn't have to look for themselves. I think they're well positioned to take on a role in that new process and advise in that new process, which I think is very important.
I think it's important as well, yeah. So can you speak a little bit about the advising that you've done so far? Maybe highlight some Canadian companies, Canadian efforts with Token Valley?
Certainly. So our first big project was Oleum Capital, which actually is the main sponsor of this event here. So we've done extensive work for them. We created their original website. We did much of their original white paper, pitch decks, and the actual hiring of developers and search for developers for their ERC20 token. And then that's gone into other directions as well, as identifying partnership opportunities with different, companies in the oil industry and sector that they can utilize as a company. One of them is a tire fluid company, and there's others as well.
Okay. Very interesting. So how do you see Token Valley growing in the next 6 months?
So in the next 6 months, we're hoping to form a partnership with another entity that can provide us the front end. Right now, what we have is a back end that's awesome, the most powerful in the industry right now, but we haven't had the funding to actually hire 50 analysts and get going on all that analysis. So we're looking to partner with someone of the right caliber and of the right style, and we can go from there.
Awesome. So if there are ICOs or VC firms or people interested in getting into the space, what's the best way to get involved with Token Valley?
With Token Valley, you mean can you elaborate on that just a bit?
Yeah, like if somebody's looking for advice or to get evaluated, should they come to you?
As soon as we're up, yes, and we should be doing that automatically. So right now we're still in the building stage, so we're not actively evaluating projects, but we have created an excellent evaluation platform, and that's what's allowed us to have the ability to advise projects, because obviously that we then know what the right factors are that you want to have represented in the right way. And that's what we've been doing with Imagine AI, which is another ICO. Well, really, it's an STO, secure token offering. These terms are often interchangeable, and there's different legal definitions, but in practice, they're quite similar. They're creating an artificial intelligence marketplace, and Token Valley is doing their international advisory and some online development work.
Very interesting. And I know you also have a book of some sorts. Could you talk a little bit about what you've done with that?
Sure. So this is actually my second book, the second version of it, but I'll rewind a little bit to tell my story.
Yeah, please.
I got involved in blockchain and Bitcoin back in late 2012, and that was a time when everyone in the space was a developer or a coder or a programmer, and myself, as with a liberal arts background, found that intimidating, and it wasn't clear how I could participate. So the first Bitcoins I bought in a wallet, I figured I might lose them, and I ended up purchasing these physical Bitcoins. And what they were essentially paper wallets that were made of metal. It would say 1 Bitcoin on it, and you would peel the sticker on the back and access a private key, and that, of course, gives you access to Bitcoin. So I bought a couple of these and started collecting them, and realized there was a community of people collecting and trading these coins, and I started doing that. And eventually I wrote a ebook about them, and then whenever anyone was on eBay selling or buying these coins, they would link the ebook. So then I thought that, well, I know about this, and this is something I can do. So I wrote the Encyclopedia of Physical Bitcoins and Cryptocurrencies.
Wow.
So that's about 300 pages.
Wow.
Took about 2 years to write. I have 2 co-authors on the team.
Very cool.
And really the idea of Token Valley was derived from this, because for this very small niche of, I would call it crypto art, this is the decisive source where people come and read and find out what the facts are on a specific thing. So we'd like to have the same for initial coin offerings of all kinds.
That's very interesting. And I think a lot of people that are new to the space, they have a hard time grasping the fact that Bitcoin is this digital currency that's just some address in the interweb somewhere, right? And to show people that not only are these representations of coins, but they can actually store value on them.
Indeed.
That it gives people a sense of, oh, you can actually store Bitcoin on a coin, but also you have, you can store Ethereum, Dogecoin, and all of these other coins, right? Any coin.
Correct.
You can store on a coin,
yes.
Right? So it's very interesting.
Yeah. The cool thing about it, and I'll be the first to admit that it is a gimmick. It's no different than having a paper wallet or a plastic wallet that you peel or scratch off, but it's the imagery of the thing, and that's what really interested me, is because, well, first they were made by someone who was a computer programmer themselves, and wanted to explain what Bitcoin is to the masses. And he made these coins and said, look, this coin has digital currency in it, I'm going to give it to you, now I can't control it anymore, now you can control it. But what happened essentially as an aside from this, is that dozens and dozens of other people started creating different coins. And of course, as with coins, you have certain artwork and imagery in them. And what the book really focuses on is that it analyzes the artwork and the imagery of these coins and paints the picture of the history of blockchain at the grassroots level in the early days.
Wow.
And that's a very unique perspective that I'm very proud of bringing out.
It's very interesting. So, is your book available for people to purchase, or are there coins available to purchase, and what's the best way to learn more about this interesting thing?
Yes, so the book is available on Amazon. It's Encyclopedia of Cryptocurrencies, Encyclopedia of Physical Bitcoins and Cryptocurrencies. I also have a website. I'm just putting the finishing touches on it, but it's cryptonumist.com. So cryptonumist as a numismatist in crypto. And the coins, yes, you can buy them. They're difficult to come across depending on which type of coin. But even for this conference, they had a physical coin made as a promotional item, which derives from that same, I would call it a tradition. But that one, of course, didn't hold any Bitcoin. It's just a promotional coin with a B for Bitcoin on one side and a logo for the event on the other.
Very interesting. So, and I do have some friends at coldstoragecoins.com that are starting to make Bitcoin, Litecoin,
Yes.
Waves coin, event chain tokens are coming out as well with physical coins. So I think that it could actually, even though it does seem slightly gimmicky to people that have been in the space, I think it actually could be one of the main drivers of mainstream adoption to give just a better understanding of these interesting cryptocurrencies.
I think absolutely. And if you look at what, for example, the Canadian Mint has done in recent times, they do these fantastical coins that, you'll have a quarter, a 25-cent coin, and people will spend $15 on it. They'll never spend it, but they're buying it because it has an imagery and a symbolism, and it's money, and there's a certain draw. And I think that as much as people say that coins like this are gimmicky and they're not secure and it's a stupid way to hold Bitcoin, which it may well be, it's something that people are going to continue doing, whether as a cold storage solution or as a collectible in its own right.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Elias Ahonen, CEO of Token Valley. It was a pleasure speaking with you.
My pleasure.
And let's continue this in the near future.
Absolutely.
Thank you.